This is the Flower Truck String Art Kit tutorial by String Art by Kaylee. To make this kit, you will need the string art kit itself, which comes with yarn bundles in the colors of your choice, some flowers, and vinyl lettering saying "Hello Sunshine." You will also need a straight edge or a squeegee and a pair of scissors. To start, you will need to take a picture of your board. We are going to be ripping the paper off so all the lines will disappear. This picture will be a great reference to see what nails connect to what areas. Once you've taken that picture, go ahead and rip the paper off. Next, go ahead and grab the organza bag that has all the yarn bundles and remove the bundles from the bag. We will be starting with the body of the truck, so grab the yarn bundle and the color that you chose for that area. Taking the strand that is wrapped around that bundle, go ahead and unravel. The bundles are folded in half, so go ahead and unfold it, and this should hopefully help keeping it from tangling up. So we are doing the full body of the truck, the front and the bed. With the strand that we used to unravel the yarn bundle, we're going to tie a loop up in the air. This is how I start my knots. And then we will take that loop and tuck it onto any one of the nails on the truck bed area. Make sure that you push that knot all the way down to the base of the nails, and then we are going to outline the area we're working in. This will help us see exactly where we're going to fill in. Make sure as you're going, you're pushing that yarn all the way down to the base of the nails. This is super important throughout the entire process. We will be adding a lot of layers of yarn, so we want to make sure we have plenty of room for them. And here is what it should look like. The yarn is pushed all the way down to the board at the base of the nails. Now it is time to start filling in. You can jump in all different directions. You can kind of go in a pattern like I'm going to do. The point is just to fill in this area. One other very important thing to remember besides pushing the yarn down is as we are doing layers, it will start to build up the height of the nail. You don't want to go past the halfway point on the height. A lot of the nails will share colors with other areas, so we want to make sure we're leaving plenty of room for those future colors. Once we work our way over to the window, we'll go ahead and stop filling in and outline the window to show ourselves not to fill in inside. We want to leave the window empty. And once you're finished outlining the window, go ahead and start filling in the area again. So now you're just going to continue on filling in the whole truck body. Your areas can be filled in as much or as little as you want. I personally like to fill in my areas where you can't see the board behind it. It is completely based on preference. Just make sure not to pass that halfway point of the height of the nails. As you can see, as I'm adding more layers, I am moving in all different directions. This will help fill in the spaces in fewer layers. Once you're happy with how filled in it is, this step is optional. I like to give an outline on the areas that will not be covered up later. It just kind of gives it a smoother look. So really it's just the end of the bed, this inner part of the window, and the top and front of the truck. Once the truck body is finished, we will go ahead and tie off. I do this by cutting the yarn about 2 or 3 inches past that last nail, and then tying a loop just like we started off with, and then tucking that loop onto the nail and pulling tight. And then to help secure the knot, I will take my scissors again and trim that strand to about 1/2 inch, and then using the end of the scissors to poke that little strand into the yarn layers. This will help hold it. One thing I forgot to do is this little detail where it kind of separates the front and the back of the truck. You can do this while you're outlining, but I'm going to go back and do it right now. It's just these 4 nails right here. I'm going to go up and down a couple times. It's just an extra added detail. And then tying the yarn off just like before. It would help to have scissors that are a little bit sharper. So now I'm grabbing my gray yarn, unraveling from that center strand. We are going to be doing the running board and the muffler. Grab whatever colors you chose for those areas. Do a loop up in the air, tuck it onto one of the nails for the muffler, and we'll give it an outline. And this is where we will first see where colors overlap. So up at the top of the muffler, we are going to go on top of those blue layers when we outline. And then you will start filling in all different directions. You can kind of go in a pattern, jump around, whichever, just fill it in. And then finish off with an outline. And tying off. So we cut the yarn with about 2 or 3 inches left, making that loop, tucking on the nail. We'll trim that strand and tuck it into the layers. Alrighty, next is the running board. This might be the same color as the muffler, it might be different. Grab whatever yarn color you are doing for this area. And like always, we're outlining the area, and again, we're going over top of those blue layers, and then filling in. It's basically the same few steps throughout this entire piece. Once you get the body of that truck finished, it is a breeze from there. And what I'm about to do is called a sneak through, where I do go into a different area to help cover some finicky spots that I can't without. As long as they are covered up by future areas, then you will not see it later on. Just make sure it is covered by a future yarn color. You don't want to go where it's going to be empty later on and have a random string poking out. Running board is finished, so we'll go ahead and tie off. Next, we're going to do that little door handle on the truck. This is just a little arch, so we'll go ahead and tie it off on that bottom nail, and we're just going to weave in and out along these nails. And then over the top parts of the nails and along the bottom part. Essentially, it's just a thick outline. And then we will move on to the wheels. It's the exact same steps as before. The only thing is we will not finish this area with an outline, as the entire circle will be topped off with the black for the tires. So we are going from filling in directly to tying off. And then do the next wheel. Now we will do the tires, so go ahead and grab your black yarn. For the tires, you will outline the outer circle and then jump in towards the wheel and outline that as well. This one's going to seem kind of funky because you're going from the base of the nails on the outer ring to up on top of those gray layers. Just keep going, make sure you're pushing down as you go. And then when you're finished filling in, you will go ahead and outline that inner circle and then the bottom half of the tire for the outer circle. And then jump over to the other tire. Once the tires are finished, we will do the fenders. You might have chose the same color as the truck body, you might have chose different. Grab whatever bundle you chose for the fender areas. And then we'll move on to the next fender. We are now on the home stretch. This is the last area to string. This area is going to be a little bit different. We are going to be pushing the flowers through these nails. So when we are stringing, this bottom line that goes over the truck will be pushed all the way down to those yarn layers. But for the upper part of these lines, we are going to only go about halfway down the height of the nail. I will show you what that looks like in a second. We are doing this so we can push those flowers through the open space afterwards. So here is a little look what that'll look like. Not the best angle, but the yarn does go all the way down to those blue yarn layers and then halfway down the nails on the top. There's a better angle. And then go ahead and fill in this area. And this area is also the same. We're just going about halfway down the height of these nails to leave room to slip the flowers through. Stringing is finished. Now we will add the lettering. Go ahead and flip it upside down, grab your straight edge or squeegee, and run it across to help the letters stick to the transfer tape. And then slowly pull the backing off. Make sure that the letters are sticking to the tape. Flip the tape over and find your positioning. Make sure it's nice and straight. Adjust as need be. And then take your straight edge and scrape the letters onto the board. Once it's nice and rubbed down, you will take the corner of the tape and peel it up and then use that squeegee to help pull that tape off while pushing the letters down. The final step is to add the flowers. Go and take them out of that organza bag. And then we'll use the scissors to do a little bit of trimming. We're going to cut the base of that tallest flower off to help separate these. Do that for all the ones given. And then you will start sliding these underneath those yarn layers in between the nails. Do that for all the flowers. You might have to play with the positioning a little bit. Might need to do a little bit of bending of the flowers just to get them to face upwards more. Just play around with them until you like the look. And here is our finished beautiful flower truck. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it all made sense and wasn't too tough. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you guys for watching.